There's no ding. Hello and welcome to the 26th episode of Chain World. Also, our penultimate episode. Penultimate. That means second to last. Yeah. Chain World is an awesome series in which we play Dungeon World with awesome people, and we've been playing it for a while now, and so I'm going to keep the introduction relatively short because, as I said, this is our second to last episode, and if you're tuning in now, I highly recommend you jump back to the earlier episodes. You should be able to. There should be a link to a playlist somewhere in the description that you should be able to jump in and go watch earlier episodes, so you'll have some idea of what's going on. All of the episodes are great fun and wonderful and awesome. In general, we've just been playing an awesome campaign of Dungeon World, and now we are in its final throes as the world is ending and the shit has hit the fan. This entire time, we've been following the exploits of the Owlbear Scourge, this group of, I don't know, not heroes, something. This group of people with weaponry and murder devices who have yet to kill a single owlbear, who have maybe broken the world a little bit, as much as they saved it, and who are still trying to do the best they can, running around in a city that has gone completely and maddeningly haywire. So before we get any further, I quickly want to say this event will be in accordance with the Indie Plus community standards. If you'd like to know more about what those are, please visit indieplus.org. And you can expect this event to be rated R, NC-17. We're going to have curses, sex, drugs, all that good stuff. Again, highly recommend to watch the early episodes because all this has gone through. Anyway, with all that said, I would like to go to this Scourge in our second to last episode and ask them to introduce themselves at the end of this long arc. Quickly, I am Brendan Conway, and this time I've chosen to be called the Thing of Things. So that is my GM title, and you will call me the Thing of Things, please, if you please,
No.
please.
No.
Just once. All right. Andrea, would you like to introduce yourself and your character?
I am Andrea, and I play Graves, who used to worship Basilides as a paladin and then stopped and basically just threw a hissy tantrum in Basilides' general direction, which was really helpful when a god pretending to be Basilides showed up and took over the church, because there was no hesitation and no giving of fucks for any of that.
No giving of fucks.
None.
Is that how you would describe Graves' current mental state in this end of things? Is not giving a fucks?
There are a few fucks she gives.
There are a few,
not in Basilides' general direction.
A few fucks to give.
They're all for smiles.
Pretty much. Well, there's a few small ones for the group.
I want to make sure there are enough fucks to go around. Chain World. Jen, would you like to introduce your character in this end of things?
I'm Jen. I'm playing Andromeda the Star Mage, who in no way caused the beginning of the end of the world at all with all of her crazy hijinks and portals and whatnot. It's not her at all. It's fine. And I guess I don't know what's happening with her and Charfiend, right? Like, I do not know where they stand, because they were together and then they weren't, and then they were sort of together, and now they might be together, but they're in physically separate locations, and he might have just sacrificed himself. I don't know. So
would you describe Andromeda's mental state as it's complicated?
Yes, I would. Very much so. Yes, I would.
How many
Also,
fucks do you give?
She's got a fiance running around somewhere.
Does he get a fuck? Does he get a fuck?
He does, yes.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that there are fucks going to deserving characters.
Yes.
Misha.
Sorry. So I'm Aliana, the Elfin Bard. I'm the chronicler of this happy ragtag group, and yeah, we need to talk because there's a lot of stories going around and things, and I'm gonna have to combine these into some kind of single coherent epic poem, and it's not gonna be easy at the moment, let me tell you.
How many fucks would you say you give? On a scale of 1 to a fucking lot.
Well, considering I'm kind of dead at the moment, not really that many.
It is sad. It is sad that Aliana is running out of her fucks. Her fuck field is barren.
And the thing is, I haven't even gotten fucks. This is the bad part.
I know. It's deeply sad. It's our penultimate episode too. You're running out of time. All right, Sarah.
I am Sarah. I play Shishina the Barbarian, who came here to take over the city, and my plan is working well. Anyone who disagrees kind of gets their kneecaps taken off or beaten to death with their own limbs. I also have Treasure, who is my daughter. Yet somehow I have recently become kind of in charge of the City Watch because the actual in charge person, Hendrix, has not shown up, which does not make sense because Shishina is not known for being responsible. She's known for fucking priests in a church. She's known for screaming insults before charging into battle. But like showing up on time in uniform and telling other people what to do, that's something a little bit less not really known for at all. Yeah.
In a weird place. Complicated. On a scale of fucking a priest in a church to fucking a man with a severed hand, how many fucks does Shishina give?
Wow, that I like that scale. It sounds like she may actually have the most fucks of all of the Owlbear Scourge, which I think is also like historically accurate.
You have a harem. I mean, you have a complete harem. I mean, you've got like a druid, you've got like a captain of the guard. There's a priest. There's like a lot of them.
There is Alfred's girlfriend.
Alfred's girlfriend, possibly more than once.
It's like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Gotta catch them all.
I know.
So right now, yeah, Shishina has a lot of fucks to give. She is really concerned and emotionally bound up in the plight of the city, which she doesn't understand.
Yeah, that's deeply confusing. All right. And with those intros, I'm going to turn it over to Misha to give a quick address to the Congress. We will call it the State of the Scourge address. And so please give us a synopsis of where we are.
All right, so when last we left our intrepid heroes, Shishina had taken her recalcitrant daughter, who had been possessed by the Onyxites, home to tuck her into bed and hopefully rally the guards to help us continue to fight on, while Sharfine had decided, hey, this is a great idea. I am no longer immune to fire, so I'm going to make it rain down in this church while everybody else is inside. So, because we're not just going to let him die, I believe Graves grabs Smiles and ducked into the crypt, and then Andromeda and Aliana grabbed Charfine and yanked him into the room. So now we are trapped in the basement of a building that's on fire and burning down on top of us, while hopefully Shishina will be seeing fire going up in smoke and figure out that, that's probably where they are. Because, wherever there's large quantities of destruction and mayhem, you'll probably find the Owlbear Scourge.
That's all right. Also, I'm pretty sure Trapped in the Basement Crypt is a song.
Yeah.
I want Aliana to write it. Anyway. Yeah. All right. So with that intro, I want to cut, imagine the episode's cutting in, right? And we're actually going to come in on a relatively calm scene, even after that intro. And we're going to see Shishina walking down the street with Treasure. Are you holding her? Are you holding her hand? Is she just walking next to you?
I am carrying her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm discussing with her the badness of running away and not telling me where she's going.
And just to be clear, at this point, she can talk. She's been developing relatively quickly, right? So she can actually talk back to you.
Totally. There is much back talk.
So what does she say? Sorry, what do you say to her, I should say?
So if you're mad and you just leave without doing anything like breaking something, I don't know that you left. My I immediately think someone took you. Does that make sense?
Well, but I didn't want you to know I left, because then you would come and get me, and that was the whole point of leaving.
So you wanted to leave and me not. Do you hate me?
Well, I did. But I don't anymore. I don't anymore.
Okay, I can accept that. I can accept that. But, you also should think about like Aliana and Andromeda. Like everybody was really worried about you. So even if you're mad at me, you should fucking do something besides just fucking run away.
Well, but you don't. You just do what you do. You just do whatever you want, mommy, and you just expect the others to just catch up to you. I was just. I learned it by watching you. And in the background, we're watching the two of you walk with, like, we see these speech bubbles pop up, right? And buildings are just smashed or ruined, and there are people looking out from inside, looking out the windows, not coming out, but like eyes periodically appear at windows just to stare at these two figures walking down the street. Everybody's either left or hunkered down. Like, we see a quick shot of people on the inside holding cudgels and ready. We see the two of you walk right up to your classic hideout, the opera house, the old abandoned opera house. And it is charred and fallen apart and fallen to the ground and collapsed and a mess. And there's stuff scrawled around on it. Looks maybe in blood, actually. People scrawled messages like "fuck the Scourge." She looks at that and she says, "Where are we gonna live now?"
We're going to take possession of a nice new home from somebody who's died. Because they don't need it anymore. But for right now, we're going to go to the guardhouse. And I shouldn't let you because you've been bad, but I might let you play with some of the weapons. If you're good, and stay there.
And so then she dances, right? She looks excited. And then we cut again to like the two of you walking down the streets, and you arrive at the guardhouse, and you find it cracked and broken, the door hanging off its hinges. It looks empty. When you go inside, there's one or two guards left who are scared and holding pikes or halberds, and they point them at you as you walk in. Hold!
Excuse me, motherfuckers? What do you think you're doing?
Oh, sorry, ma'am. Thought you were a crazy person.
Did you call me fucking ma'am? Get that fucking pike down!
Yes, ma'am. I mean, boss, sir, ma'am. God, don't kill me.
Watch my kid. Where is everybody else?
Well, ma'am, sir, they were out trying to take down onyx sites and on patrols, or then Quincy came and a bunch of the guys, they just took their weapons and they said the city's gone to hell and they left, and I don't know how many men we have left, ma'am, sir.
Is there anyone else here?
Well, we got one or two wounded upstairs. We were trying to keep them out of sight.
All right. And I start slinging weapons over my shoulders. I am going full bore, like I am taking as much as I can carry.
Treasure just starts grinning. Can I have one, Mommy? Can I have one? I want that one. She points to a claymore.
Oh, I give it to her.
She cannot hoist this claymore. She is going to be dragging it around, but she is going to be dragging this around because she's got that little determined look on her face.
That's good, because that means I know where she is, because I can hear her.
That's true.
So after I'm fully loaded, I kneel down in front of her, not kind of off balance. Now, these two nice guys are going to stay here, and if anything comes in, they're going to die before they let it touch you.
What? I mean,
because they know if they don't, and I come back and they're still alive and something happened to you, they're going to wish they died.
Okay, let's actually see how this goes. let's make that a parlay, shall we? Let's
Sure.
take that, Lord Commander.
Let's see, that's plus charisma.
It is indeed.
I guess it would help if I had my character sheet up. That's so sad.
That would help.
Uno momento, por favor. As my computer tries to, well, let me go ahead and roll, and we'll see if I even need it. I can't make that roll even if I have a +3, which I don't. I rolled a 4.
Yeah, okay. So you do this. You do the spiel of like they're going to die before they let anything happen to you. And you give them that look that has served you so well in the past, right? And they look terrified, like they're about to pee themselves, and you know that look. That look means they're going to do what you want. And that's when a little bit behind you in the city, the sky opens up and fire starts to pour down from the heavens, smashing into the ground with explosions and smoke rising up. They look past your shoulder, they see that, and they bolt.
Motherfuckers!
Sorry, ma'am!
I'm going to find your ancestors and desecrate their graves. All right.
That sounds good.
With your entrails! All right. I strap Treasure to my back along with my spears and pikes and axes. We're going to have fun tonight, baby.
Yay!
Let's go find the rest of the Scourge.
Okay. So then we cut on you with weapons strapped all over you and Treasure on your back, still clutching her claymore, which she's basically carrying so you look like you have a tail made of claymore, as you walk towards, I assume, the fire falling from the sky. So cut right to the fire falling from the sky. We see a quick shot of the church with the fire striking it from above, blasting it apart. We see shots of the silver armored paladins inside the church getting burned and scorched and flung left and right by these flames pouring down from the heavens. And then we cut down to beneath in the crypt. Who is holding the door shut while the silver paladins are attempting to bang on it and get it open?
Oh, that would totally be me.
Yeah, okay, awesome. And deeper into the crypt, this is a crypt of the Church of Basilides, right? So graves like this crypt, I'd assume Basilides, they cremate, I should say, their corpses. So there are no actual corpses here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's in this crypt?
A lot of it is actually those that are cremated are put in these highly decorative urns.
Perfect. And so down here, it's just row after row after row of these crazy decorative urns, just all over the place, along with lots of sun icons and the like. And so then amidst the urns, right, Andromeda and Aliana, you pulled Charfiend down. He's probably lying in the aisle between the urns. He is missing his arm. The stump of it is glowing faintly. And is hot to the touch, as in like burn your fingers hot to the touch. He's kind of delirious and not doing so hot. And meanwhile, Smiles is sort of slumped down against one of those rows of shelves and urns, and is like staring at her hands, seemingly kind of out of it. The thudding on the door is intense because those paladins, both to get you and for survival, are smashing on it hard, trying to get down inside. So Graves, wait. I mean, if you're just holding the door, yes. Eliana,
do something about that.
Go for it.
So I because hey, when your friends are down, what cheers them up? A song. Yeah, so yeah, she starts playing. It's something soothing and cheerful.
It's a sitcom theme song.
It's probably a sitcom theme song-ish. But hey, that's cool. That is a 7, 8, 9, 10.
Is this for arcane art?
Yes, this is for arcane art.
Perfect. What happens?
So I am using sorry, healing chorus, and I can do it to 2 different people for 2d8 per person. So one person gets 4, and one person gets 9.
I was gonna say I'm down HP, but only 2. So
Yeah, who are you trying to heal?
Oh, I was going for Charfine, definitely.
Okay.
Because he seemed the most out of it. And I think the next most injured is Graves, or is Graves not injured at all?
Graves has a few boo-boos.
Okay. So probably the 2 of them, just because A, she's the meat shield, and he's in shit.
it's true.
Okay.
So,
So I mean,
Charfine healed 9, and Graves healed 4.
okay,
Cute.
that sounds good. So Charfiend, like the healing, obviously it works its way through you, Graves. You've felt this before as well, right? Your bruises vanish, that soothing sensation comes through you. Charfiend, the end of his arm ceases to glow with that heat, and he seems to be coming a bit out of that delirious state. He still is kind of messed up, but he's at least more aware and conscious of what's going on around him. Graves, I mean, I'm gonna have to say you gotta defy danger with strength to hold these guys back, because with the desperation of trying to smash down the door so they don't get burned alive, they're really hitting hard. Unless you want to
Okay.
do something else, unless you want to let them in or something.
No, I will attempt to hold the door.
Do it.
12.
Jesus. All right. Yeah, so that means you hold the door shut, and despite all their smashing and banging upon it, you can hold it against them, and you hear the screams, and you can feel the door starting to grow hotter as the fires seem to be reaching down the hall you ran to get into the crypt. They're like flowing down the stairs and reaching the door, and you can hear them getting charred outside. It does mean that it's only a matter of time before, if those fires are going to cause trouble, they're going to start causing trouble for you specifically, but you hold the door no problem against all those paladins. Yeah, so what do you do? Andromeda, what are you doing?
I feel like I'm tending to Charfiend. I'm trying to like get him to come back and talk and junk.
When you say tending to, do you mean slapping?
Yes, I do, actually.
That's what I thought. The way of the scourge.
Yes.
Yeah, great. So slapping him in the face.
I mean, not too hard.
I sing to you.
That's true. Aliana does actually do song as opposed to slaps.
I think actually it started out like really sweetly, right? And you didn't wake up fast enough, and so I just started like shaking you and slapping you in the face.
Like, stop! Ow! I can feel that now. Stop! Ow!
Oh,
Stop.
sorry. Are you okay?
I'm not supposed to be
What happened
alive.
to your arm?
I gave it to the Inferno so I could kill the monster and its allies, and I thought I was gonna die too, and I'm not supposed to be alive, and
Well, we weren't gonna leave you there.
you were supposed to run.
We weren't gonna leave you there. You're part of the Scourge. Since when does the Scourge run from anything?
Actually, I'm only part-time.
I convey all rights and privileges. You are now a full Scourge member. I take like some pin off my shirt and like stick it on the
Some
shirt.
meaningless pin. The cheesecake eating contest pin. And he sort of gives you a sheepish grin. And then he notices like your surroundings, the crypt, and he notices smiles slumped against the wall, like barely aware of anything going on around her. And he's like, well, this doesn't seem much better than dead.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
Well, so, I mean, I don't mean that as. I mean, I guess I'm grateful. I guess.
You
I
guess.
mean,
Okay.
well, I'm delirious. My arm is gone.
Lizard boy, stop while you're ahead. Trust me. You're just kind of digging deeper, and it's not helping, honey.
Mm-mm.
Graves, the door is getting warmer, but there's no more banging upon it. You don't have to
Mhm.
hold it.
Well, she's going to keep holding it, just, because. But she is going to say, "This is sweet, but we need to find another exit."
It's your church. Is there another exit?
I'm a paladin, not a
I
cleric.
would like to discern realities here because I'm halfway good at that.
Go for it.
That is a 14.
People
We have found all of the realities. There are like
How-
6 of them, and they're going.
Wait, what's your wisdom modifier?
It's 3.
So it's a 12.
Am I adding wrong? No, I am
Yes.
adding wrong. I'm sorry. It's a 12.
Okay.
Are you happy?
I'm like, how did you get a +5 wisdom modifier?
Holy
I
crap,
got it.
like
Like
that.
that long?
I got it because cider, Brendan.
All right. So you get to ask 3 questions from the
Yes,
list.
yes,
What would you like
okay.
to know?
What is about to happen?
Well, the building is probably pretty damn messed up and getting messed up. There's a good chance it's going to start falling in on itself, which you have no idea how much integrity there is down here. You're underground, and it's a crypt, so that suggests decent, but this whole thing could collapse on you under
Okay.
the weight of the church.
Sure. What here is not what it appears to be.
Good question.
One of those urns is like a secret passage.
Pull the urn of old Betty Bell. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. There is a passage here. One of the urns does seem different. It bears moon iconography instead of sun iconography.
Neat. What here is useful or valuable to me? Keeping in mind, mostly I just value our lives at this point.
Yep. Well, the most valuable thing that occurs to you, I mean, it's something that might cost you time, which is the only reason it wouldn't make sense. But you are in a crypt of some of the holy people of the Church of Basilides. Chances are there's like real saint stuff, reliquary stuff in here. If you ever wanted to arm yourself with holy ammo, especially against something masquerading as the servant of the god whose shit this is, if you ever wanted to arm Smiles or Graves with like the real ammunition of their faith, this is where you're gonna get it. But you'd have to take some time to find, or to like the real saint, like the urn that's gonna hold the ashes of Saint Bartholomew. It's not here. You'd have to go running through this crypt to find it. Take you just some time.
Okay. Is it like all on one sort of level, or does it like go down, or do I just not know that yet?
I think right now the crypt probably is spread out underneath the church all across one level. So let's just say one level, yeah.
Okay.
So what do you do?
Yes. Hmm. I'm going to investigate the one moon-looking urn rather than the sun urns because
Of course.
it's
Yeah,
different.
totally.
Yeah.
You twist the urn a little bit as you're moving it around, and it cracks down the middle, and that entire like column of urns cracks down the middle, and they start sliding apart. And you immediately recognize it for what it is. This is not just like a bookcase opening up. This shouldn't be happening. There's no way that this actually works. The urns are not broken. a portal is opened up and it's just physically pulling it apart.
Okay.
Even though technically speaking they're still connected, like that portal space
Gotcha.
is screwing with physics.
Neat. I like it. Why is Aliana rubbing her face at me?
Yeah, all of you
Portals!
see,
Portals!
all of you see,
Nothing can go wrong.
Andromeda touches a thing, and a weird spatial portal opens up in front of her.
Hi.
Oh,
I got
God,
her
not
way out,
again.
guys. Come on. I mean,
Sure. What's the worst that could happen?
An apocalypse.
Been there,
that's
done that.
already
Got the
happening.
T-shirt.
Yeah.
Got
you
this
asked what,
wicked cool liar out of it.
was that not a serious question?
No, that was not a serious question, sweetie.
So glad this team looks on the bright side. So it sounds like you all start going through the portal, right?
Yep.
I think at one point, like, I make an offhand comment to Graves and be like, I mean, there's like weapons and stuff, but I don't know that we have time to. You probably don't want to desecrate urns. Never mind. Let's go.
The Graves confused look. Patented TM.
I mean, for a second, like, don't get me wrong, I thought about just like going through all the urns and just breaking them all open. But I didn't think.
I played that
Graves-
game.
right?
I don't think it's a good idea.
It's kind of a fun game, you guys. It's kind of a fun game.
Let's not that.
But I think Graves might have killed me, so I didn't do it.
So-
Miles.
So Smiles is completely non-responsive.
Right. Can you just carry her out if we're taking her? Because
I can help. I can make her lighter than she normally is, and we can just carry her out.
If she
Okay.
wasn't catatonic, she would be like, is that a crack about my weight?
It's a crack about the weight of her armor. Hello.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, why not?
I mean, unless you guys want to carry her. Like, I don't have to help.
Do I look like I'm carrying anybody?
No. You look like you're dead, Aliana.
Graves is just going to roll her eyes and pick herself
I don't
up.
know. I've been there.
Technically.
Yeah, so Smiles is wearing some pretty heavy armor, right?
Yes.
And so while I think you are strong enough, obviously, to do it in a way that probably Andromeda or Aliana could not, in and of themselves, just pick up Smiles, I think getting out of there quickly is the issue, right? You want to hoist her up and get through the portal quickly before anything starts falling.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with Defy Danger with Strength. And meanwhile, I'm assuming Aliana and Andromeda, you're out and you grab her and drag it behind you.
Yeah, we're trying to light the... Is it... Okay, so through this portal, is it dark? Do we need a lamp?
We got Basil.
You got
Do we?
Basil.
Okay.
We do got Basil.
Okay. Well, then lead on, tiny little floaty light.
Okay.
That's so weird.
You two go dragging Charfiend between you, and what did you get, Graves?
11.
Ah, okay. You people.
Yeah, this time we're gonna roll really well. Finally.
So you pick her up. You hoist her. Are you hoisting her over your shoulder? Are you doing a I don't know what you call the one where you just hold her in your arms?
Bridal style.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. So I think she kind of pulls her up initially by her arm and then just kind of scoops her over her shoulder.
Gotcha. Okay. Hoisting her over your shoulder, and you carry her through the portal. Great. Okay. So let's cut to Shashina quickly. Shashina, you arrive at the church in time to see the firestorm start cooling down. The hole in the sky starts closing up, and the fire stops pouring out. The building's been blasted to shit, and it's falling in on itself, and it's all totally engulfed in flame. You totally hear a lot of screaming, but they're going away, the screams from inside the building. And Treasure is like, wow, Mommy, I want to do that. How can I do that?
By listening to your mother and making sacrifices to a dark god.
Okay. What should I sacrifice? maybe I can sacrifice them. Can I sacrifice them, mommy?
Them?
So she's on your she's like pointed the other direction, right? She's on your back. She'd craned her head to look around over your shoulder, but she's pointing at something behind you.
I will turn around. Awkwardly, clattering weapons.
You turn around, the weapons clanging at your sides, and there's a whole array of onyxites, citizens of the city. Their eyes are totally black. It looks like the black has actually started to seep into their face, turning their skin just totally jet, almost like glistening and glittering in the sunlight, or what little light there is, I should say. There's no sunlight anymore. And yeah, standing at the front of this little horde of onyxites is Hendrix.
Fuck!
Black veins spreading across his skin.
Damn you, Brendan. All right.
So they look at you silently for a minute. Meanwhile, by the way, Treasure is obviously going, "What? Mommy, turn around. I want to see. I want to see." But Hendrix is closest to you. He's the one most forward of all of the bodies. But all of their mouths open and speak at the same exact time.
That seems bad.
And they say to you, "You're too late."
What are you talking about, fuckers?
Your friends.
I'm not too late to kill you.
I think that matters. Do you know
I-
how many bodies I possess now?
Oh, this is killing my warrior boner. Wait a minute.
Your friends were inside the church. They thought to kill me. Fools. The burning remains probably lie atop their bones now.
I'm not sure I have control anymore. I need to hurt Hendrix like really bad.
Okay. You have those pesky feels though, huh?
Yeah, I do. I do, and I am torn between like taking off his face and running into the church and looking for my friends.
Uh-huh.
Plus, there's Treasure. So I kind of hate everything right now.
Treasure's gone weirdly silent.
Honey? And I will reach around and kind of yank on one of her mini legs.
You hear a weird whispering issuing from her mouth.
All right, motherfucker's got to die. I need my friends. What the fuck? And screaming, and I will run into the motherfucking church. Oh!
You brave soul. Yeah, great. You run into the church, the flaming remnants of the collapsed and ruined church. This is many times dangerous.
Really?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like this is gonna hurt no matter what.
Yeah.
And I think the question is just how badly. So I think that this is about endurance. This isn't about dex because you're gonna get hit. This is about can you make it through, endure the intense heat, smash through things to get to any sign of your friends. So defy danger with Constitution, please.
Okay. 7. 8.
Okay.
I
So,
did up my Constitution last time. Yay.
On a 7 to 9, you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. The GM will offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. Yeah. All right. Well, we can keep this simple. I think that you have two choices. Either you are going to get hindered on the way. Okay, I'm trying to think of the right way to put this. Basically, Treasure is either going to be endangered, and you're going to have to throw her to safety. And that's not in question. She won't be hurt. You'll throw her to safety, but she will not be with you anymore. Or, in the attempt to protect her, you're going to wind up getting really badly hurt. And so by really badly hurt, specifically what I mean is, I think even if you save her, like I said, you're probably taking some damage. You're probably taking a D8. If you don't throw her to safety, right? Hurl her over the flames outside of the ruins to safety. And she's a spider kobold, so she'll be fine. If you don't do that, you're going to wind up taking the brunt as a wall falls on you. And it's going to wind up doing the best of 2d10 damage.
I can't throw her away. God damn you, Brendan.
Okay, so then that's best of 2d10 damage.
Awesome. So we have purple and black. So it looks like I'm taking 9 points of damage.
Yay! So yeah, that was totally a wall is about to fall on you. It would have hit you in the back. So instead of being able to take it on the brunt of your back, because that's where Treasure is, it would have crushed her. You had to turn around and hit it with your face. And it smashes right into your front, and knocks you to the ground. You're keeping Treasure safe, but you got messed up. Blood is streaming down your face. You've got burns all over your body. Your hair is probably singed and maybe singed off in significant patches. You're not looking too good. The good news, however, is you found your way to a weird part of the church's ruins where there are a whole ton of bodies clogging up this downstairs corridor. As if the bodies were trying to run away and or get inside. Just tons and tons of paladins, and you can sort of wade amongst the bodies with their superheated armor continuing to cause you still more pain. But when you get to the door, since nobody's holding it shut anymore, it'll just open and you can spill down into a crypt. And when you spill down into the crypt, you probably see at the last second, the last bit of Graves disappearing into the portal.
And I scream, Graves!
Graves, you hear it. Distorted.
Oh, good.
You hear it.
Good. Perfect. So Graves kind of turns around. She's like, oh, glad you can make it. Come on.
She just turns around, pokes her head back through. Best friends.
I would like to charge at the portal with enough force that, although I don't know where I'm going to come out, my intent is to charge at Graves and hug her, forcefully.
Oh my god.
Aww. It's adorable and really messy because Graves is also holding Smiles, so you kind of inadvertently shove your face into Smiles' armored butt for a minute there. But it's adorable, and everybody thinks it's adorable.
I am not adorable.
You're totes adorbs.
Fuck you! I'm glad to see you.
Of course, this would mean everybody on the other side now notices Shishina hugging the armored Graves weirdly and awkwardly. Treasure's like, yay, we found them! I'm the best.
Okay, so she's not being creepy anymore. That's
good. Thank goodness. Is everything good?
No. Everything is not good. Everything is really fucking bad. And I need to kill people, but I can't. And are you guys okay? And I'm totally ignoring Smiles.
Charfiend goes to wave at you and realizes
it could be better. It could be better.
I left you guys alone for 10 minutes.
It was more like an hour.
I'm not
come on,
good at
you
telling
haven't
time.
gotten into worse on your own.
That's true. I'm still staring at Charfiend's stump.
Yeah, this one decided he was gonna call down the wrath of an angry god or something, and next thing we know, the church is on fire, and we're diving into the basement, which I still think was really not the brightest idea we've ever had.
It wasn't.
So so not.
Really
It
wasn't.
wasn't even like the top 10 of bright ideas we've ever had. It was like, somewhere in the like negatives of the bright ideas we've ever had.
Well, that's probably why it succeeded.
Harping is alive, you guys. That was the point. Okay, so maybe
Yes.
it wasn't a great idea, but he's alive. So why don't we just go do what else we're gonna do and stop
Where
bickering?
does this portal lead?
I don't know.
Okay then, we're still a little suckaged.
Andromeda, Basil is like poking and pulling at your hand.
Okay. Do I talk to him? I can't remember. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you talk to him.
He doesn't
Yes,
talk
that's
back.
fine. Okay. He doesn't talk back. It's been too long, you guys. Oh my god.
It's like Lassie in the well.
Yes, that's right. Shut up, Sarah. Okay. So I'll kind of like try and pay attention to like where if he's trying to like tug me in a certain direction or.
Yep.
Okay. I will go in the direction that he's tugging then.
Okay, so Andromeda's basically just wandering off, being tugged by a tiny little star.
Sure.
The place you are in right now, this like portal space, is this weird, empty, blackish, bluish expanse. There's no clear ground. There's no clear sky. Everything is indistinctly the same color.
But I'm definitely not going to walk away from my friends. Like I'll walk in the direction that Basil is pointing.
It's okay, because I am following you, like,
Yeah.
because...
Like your life depends on it.
Yeah, pretty much, because this is creepy.
And you're supporting Charfiend, Aliana?
Yes.
Okay.
Me and Andromeda have a...
Yeah, I'm also helping with that.
Okay. Only one of you can have his actual arm around your shoulder, to be clear, anymore.
Oh, yeah, where's the stump end?
Left arm.
Yeah, but
again,
he's got like a shoulder, right?
He's got a shoulder. That's true.
Okay.
And Graves, Shashina, you're just following as well, just to make sure?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just to make sure. Okay. So you follow this little star leading you into this weird space. And eventually you see in the distance what looks like a weird pinprick of light. And as you approach it, it gets bigger and bigger. And soon you can sort of see, looks like a couple of candelabra, is that the right word? Like floor length. Or like, long candelabras on either side of a simple golden throne that just has a little sun on it.
Is anyone sitting on it?
Nope.
Hmm.
As you get close enough, Basil leaves your fingers, Andromeda, and goes to rest on the seat of the throne. And then sort of flickering into existence comes the shape of like a kindly looking and sort of wizened and hunched over old guy.
Kill him!
Simple robe.
No. He's a piece of Basilides, you guys. Like,
So?
he's gonna help us. Stop. Let him talk at least. Thank you.
I will hear you out.
It's really good to see you, Shashina.
And I hug you. It
No
probably
butts in your
hurts.
face.
Sure, yes.
Charfiend's like, no hug for Charfiend.
Oh,
You're being
there's
hugged
a hug
by
for
two women,
Charfiend.
dude. Suck it up, Buttercup.
So the old guy is just sitting there with like a little smile on his face.
I kind of walk up a few steps. Do you know what's going on?
Some.
Are you gonna tell us?
I can tell you what I know to try and help.
Can we save this city?
I don't know.
That's not helpful.
It's possible.
Oh, well, thanks. Everything's possible.
Is it likely?
He sort of grins at that. Well, I'm just not sure.
Well,
Then
how
someone comes down to all
could
you.
be sure?
Well, the truth of it is, that I'm not truly what I used to be, and I haven't been for some time. And I'm not sure of how much use I can be, but I really just wanted to see you and talk to you all one last time, especially you, and emotions towards Graves and smiles, and say, I'm very proud, and I wish I had been better.
Graves, when he kind of turns his attention to them, Graves was in the act of kind of setting smiles down.
Yeah.
Because this is obviously Vasileides, and even though she has zero fucks, she's hoping that if she can kind of rouse Smiles to actually see Vasileides and actually speak to Vasileides, maybe Smiles will snap out of this fugue.
Totally. Smiles does seem to be growing more aware, but you're not responding to him, is what you're saying, Graves, just to be clear.
She kind of glances over her shoulder, and there's this very kind of mixed look on her face that's equal parts sadness and happiness, I guess.
Mm. Yeah, he smiles sadly at you.
Oh. Mm.
I tried my best.
As did we all.
The world is breaking under the weight of things from outside it in the dark, and countless prophecies gone awry. And there's no clear solution, there's no clear way out, there's no obvious answer, there's no instantaneous solve everything button. I wish there was. I wish I could point you in that direction. Maybe if you kill the darkness, maybe if one of you becomes a new god, maybe if you find some way to live with this or neutralize it or call down the stars or any of 1,000 possibilities. But I'm tired and I'm old. I don't want to do this, but I think the burden has to fall on you, each and every one of you.
Well, it kind of is our fault, so that makes sense.
I don't feel this is a lesson I wish to learn from old men in creepy black spaces who are sad.
He smiles broadly at that. And he's like, you try so hard to pretend that you are unchanged, and you're the one who's learned the most.
Fuck you! I will take out your eyeballs and piss in the sockets.
Yeah, get him, Mommy, get him!
You just gave us hugs. Just saying.
Pee in his
Whatever.
eyeballs!
And I am
And you raised that one.
mean. She does me credit.
Well, but that's
So-
isn't it?
Long story short, you just wanted to say hi.
Ouch. Oh, I almost feel sorry for him. Almost.
So he actually stands up from the throne, and as soon as he does, his figure becomes much less substantial. It's like wispy and hazy, like a weird shimmery hologram as he's walking towards you, and it's a shuffling, weak walk as he comes towards you, Graves. And assuming you don't do anything, he'll gently like stretch out one of his wizened hands to try to touch your cheek.
Which she doesn't flinch away or anything. She's just looking up at him passively. Or down at him. I don't know. Old man changes perspective.
Yeah, down probably. He says, I wanted to give you whatever I could and wish you the best of luck and tell you I was sorry, to tell you I love you, and to tell you goodbye.
And Graves' face is intentionally passive, like so passive, like the cracks are very obvious.
Mm-hmm.
And there may even be a little bit of moisture in her eyes.
Aw. So he touches your cheek gently with his fingers, and there's this weird little burst of heat, a weird little searing. And when he pulls his hand away, there's a tiny little sun scorched into your cheek.
Oh.
And that's when you hear Smiles' voice, as she's standing now and holding a sword. And she says, "That's not him. That's not him. It can't be. The other one was fake. They're all fake. It's all been fake the whole time. Everything I believed in has been fake, and he needs to die. It's another monster. He needs to get away from it, Graves."
And she'll turn around, obviously placing herself between the avatar and Smiles. She's like, "This one came from Basil. That was given to us by Basilides himself."
It came from an herb?
No, the tiny piece
It was
of Basilides.
my star.
That makes sense. It came from a weird, strange, blue-haired alien creature, and that means it's our god.
No. It came from Basilides himself.
It's all lies.
Does Shoshina have a club, like, on her back somewhere?
She nods gravely.
I have 2. I will offer them to you.
She doesn't ask. She just, like, kind of plucks one off your back and whacks her in the back of the head real good.
I mean, she's up and ready for battle.
Okay,
right?
I'm behind her.
Well, so if you're coming in behind her, like I said, like, she's up and ready for battle and aware of her surroundings.
Okay.
So if you're trying to come in from behind her, she's going to turn to face you.
Look. I was there when that piece of the god got pulled out of the god, so I'm pretty sure that one's actually the god. So can you just, like, chill the fuck out, lady? I mean, I know that she's got a crush on you, and you've got a crush on her and all, but that's kind of wearing thin on my patience right now.
So you'd rather be taken in by another fucking lie. She never curses. Graves, like, this is right. She never curses.
Mm-hmm.
She also never calls you Graves. She calls you Infiltrated, doesn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, she called you Graves.
At this point, we're kind of stuck in a magic room where I think this guy might be our only way out, so I'm willing to at least play along till we're out of here.
So,
I mean, this one's not trying to burn us, so there's that.
Kill us. Or
I do have to ask: is Smiles paying attention to Aliana?
I mean, like I said, Smiles is paying attention. If somebody really wants to sneak and sucker punch her, it's going to be hard. She is a good fighter, right? She knows her shit when it comes to fighting. So this
I kind of want to try.
This would be like sneaking up on Graves, is the equivalent, right? Right. So when Graves has her weapon out and is ready for a fight, sneaking up on her ain't easy. So
Why not?
All right. Aliana's totally helping, so Aliana
totally.
could roll to help if you need it. I think it's going to be Defy Danger with Dex, I think. Probably.
Okay. Let's give it a try, because she's talking and it's annoying me. Per usual.
Yep. Checks out.
Oh. I can't even. I'm putting these dice away.
What'd you roll?
I got a 5.
Yes. Yes. Good. Okay. Yeah, so this is you sneaking up on her with a club or something? With a weapon?
Yes.
Okay. So you're right behind her and you're rearing up that club to hit her in the back of her head. When Treasure just whispers, "Yeah, get her, mommy."
Oh.
And she spins and thwacks you across the face and sends you sprawling backward.
Can I use my martyr actually to defend Shoshina?
Yeah, totally. Exactly what does it do?
Basically, whatever is about to happen to Shoshina happens to Graves instead, because Graves steps in to defend her.
Done. Yeah, so I was going to say she was going to take a d10 damage as she gets smacked
Excellent.
in the face. So go ahead and you take that, Graves.
Will do.
It surely won't escalate at all.
So this looks like at the last second she's about to strike Shashina across the face, and Graves, you are just there, in the way, and she smashes her mace onto your chest. How much damage did you take?
It's 6, but I think I only take like 1 or 2 points because I have a lot of armor.
Stupid armor.
Stupid armor.
Okay, so she cracks, and it still probably hurts, right? She hits
Oh,
hard.
absolutely hurts.
But she sees you standing there where Shashina was a second ago. Somehow you moved in the way faster than should be possible with that much armor. And she says, "Don't get in the way."
I will get in the way. I will get in the way of anyone who draws a weapon here. We are not here to fight each other, or have you all forgotten that?
He's a monster.
I didn't agree to that.
Regardless of what he is or is not.
He's a monster.
He is Athalides.
And even if that's true, he's still a fucking monster.
I'm not arguing that point. That's no reason to attack him. He is still a god.
He's a...
Your god. My god.
No! He was fucking everything to me, and now I don't have anything, because he fucking let my whole life get burned the fuck down!
You still have her.
No, I don't!
Ouch. Graves looks like she's been slapped.
Yeah, seriously, I like take a step back on that one. Like,
She's probably starting to cry a little bit too, right? And she's like, I gave that up! I gave that all up! I gave it up to be what I could be, to serve that hit! I wanted to be everything from my god, and that meant I had to give up everything else. That meant I had to give up her, and I had to give up everyone. And I did, and now I have nothing.
now you have a second chance. So suck it up and just chill out for a second so we get the fuck out of here, please.
Graves is just gonna totally ignore Aliana. Sorry, Aliana. And she just steps forward, kind of knocks aside Smiles' weapon, and just embraces her in a really, really tight hug. And just says, "It's okay. It's going to be okay."
This is totally one of those scenes too, where she like struggles, right? She struggles when you first grab her, and she's like, "Get off me!" And then soon she's sobbing, and she falls to her knees, and you fall to your knees with her, and she's like, crying into your shoulder.
Aliana's looking anywhere but at them. Awkward. They need a room, and there's no place to go. And normally this is where she would leave and let them, work it out. But there's no place to go. It's incredibly uncomfortable.
We get the little speech bubble from Treasure. Mommy, why do these people have so many feelings?
I know I taught you that feelings are wrong and bad, but sometimes they're good.
Right, we have a few shots of this. Aliana awkwardly looking away, Treasure asking the question of Shachino, who looks confused in her own answer. Charfine probably with his remaining arm goes for Andromeda's fingers. Assuming Andromeda lets him.
Of course.
And so after she's sobbing for a little bit, right? Smiles pulls away from your shoulder, Graves, and she looks at you and she says, "Do I have you?"
You've always had me, and you will always have me.
And that was when the gods went, "Keys!" Sorry. I mean, if you're not gonna kiss her, she'll totally kiss you.
Oh yeah, like if she makes the first move. because there was that sort of unspoken, like, she's still trying to be the paladin thing, and Graves was not going to mess that up for her, no matter how much she wanted to.
Totally.
So if she goes for it, Graves will definitely kiss back.
So you kiss her.
Yes.
And yes, puppety. And when you break apart, which again might be awkwardly long for anybody else in the area, you pull away, and she has a little sun on her cheek to match your own.
Oh, twinsies!
The mirror of yours, obviously.
Right.
And the old man is seating in the throne again, and he says, "And now I've done everything I can or need to do."
Can you tell us how to get out of here?
Follow my light. I'll leave enough of it to hopefully last you through the rest of this. But I won't ever be able to talk to any of you again. You need to find your own way. You need to strike the darkness in whatever way you can. It wants each and every one of you. You have to keep it out of your own hearts as you strike it down.
And Graves will kind of steal a glance towards smiles and wrap her hand, and then kind of put her hand to her chest and kind of bow in a salute.
And he smiles faintly. And he slumps back in the chair and he closes his eyes. And a little tiny mote of light emerges. And it looks like Basil, but he looks smaller than before. And the figure is left behind in the throne, and Basil starts slowly moving off into this endless expanse. You follow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Following Basil takes you through, and it leads you to another. Eventually, you come to another hole as you leave the throne and the candelabras on either side of it. Behind you, you come to another little hole, and you pass through, and you're right on the outskirts of the city. The little hole opened up like just outside. Whatever the hell you just experienced with Basilides and the god seems to have been secondary. The actual thing here seems to be this was an escape route from the church to outside the city. And there you are, the city behind you. You see smoke rising from tons of different places. You see people still streaming out of the gate, like in drips and drabs at this point, probably. Some people running, desperately looking behind them, blood coming from wounds on their bodies, looking back at the city in fear. As you hear a terrifying screech over the city, and you watch as an enormous dragon made of pure shadow swoops over the city, like swooping down and coming back up, holding someone in its mouth, and a figure on its back just cackles with horrifying laughter, a figure blazing with golden light. So there you are in front of the city. You could theoretically leave right now. What are you doing?
That, and I point up at the sky. That dragon is mine. I want to make a new helmet out of its skull.
You're not going to run away this time?
Graves, words hurt, you know.
Just trying to motivate you. You're usually more motivated when you're pissed off.
Job well fucking done.
You're welcome. It's not like me to say this, but I think we need a plan.
Sorry.
You guys, I've
What?
made Char a full member. That's the thing that happened.
I'm a
Wait.
I
full
hope
member.
that's all right.
He didn't lose an arm.
It only cost me an arm.
All right.
Oh, come the fuck on!
Well, if you're gonna whine about it, and I will
lost an
smack
arm.
him on the shoulder.
Ow! Lost an arm.
Uh,
Anna pokes the stump.
Hey!
is it gonna grow back?
No, I'm not. I don't even know. No, I'm not. No.
I've seen lizards do that with their tails.
This isn't my tail. It was my arm.
I didn't. Maybe you could grow a tail there. And I kind of mime like Flappy Tendril.
He's just like, I don't even.
Hey, you wanted this.
The field in which I grow my fox is barren.
You knew what you were getting into by this point. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. To be fair, I thought I would be dead.
Well,
Yeah,
you're not.
sorry I didn't help you with that.
So
Yeah, we try not to let suicide happen.
Assuming we
Usually-
actually
The difference
have
there.
any treasure left after this is over,
I'm
you
here.
will be entitled to it.
When you say assuming we have any treasure left, she
Yes.
says, I'm here.
She
Yeah,
just keeps
you know,
talking and completely glosses over the fact treasure
We're
speaking.
not gonna sell you, kid.
yet. So back to this.
Wait, what?
It's a parenting technique.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So back to this idea of a plan.
Oh, yeah, we should probably come up with one of those, because that's a dragon.
I mean, I think if I just throw myself off a tall building, it will probably try and grab me because it wants to eat me, and then I kill it.
I like
And
Mommy's
if you're
plan.
wrong, you splat.
I think a plan usually needs more than just one step.
Well, I thought while I was attacking the dragon, you guys could take care of the thing on the rider. Step 2. So 1,
Mommy's plan is 2 steps.
kill dragon. 2, kill
Well,
rider.
If you kill the dragon, won't the rider fall off or something? Because, the dragon will have landed because it's dead?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Auntie Eliana has a good point.
Maybe. That's why maybe if we attack at the same time. Unless one of
You
you
got a
want
ranged weapon?
That's a bold and daring suggestion. And I start looking among the weapons that I have strewn about me.
Yeah, I mean, you probably have some form of bow and or crossbow.
But is it enough to penetrate a dragon's hide?
Probably not.
No, but you could probably kill the rider.
I feel like no. They're glowing.
Didn't that thing just survive an entire firestorm?
Yeah.
Good point.
Do we know any weaknesses it has? So not fire.
Probably not.
Beheading is probably a weakness.
Well, if it came from one of those portals, can't we just put it back?
Can we portal its head off so it's beheaded?
I mean, I can try.
I mean, that seems fairly not dangerous.
Sure, let's go with that.
I mean, do portals count as long-distance weapons? Why not?
I wonder if we could make it rain.
Why would we want it to rain?
Well, water, fire, don't mix. Maybe if it rains, it'll put... I don't know. I'm going somewhere with this.
Well, there's also the whole defeat the darkness. What did Glowy Dude say?
Bring the stars down upon it. Yeah, there's a whole thing.
Use a portal to make it fly into a star.
Ooh, I like it. I
I
don't know if I can do that. Oh, crap. I might need Zephyros' help. Crap.
Sharfiend looks so not happy.
Where is your beyond guy, purple dude? Where is purple dude?
I don't know. I haven't seen him.
He's in the city somewhere. Maybe he's dead if we're lucky.
Did you two have a spat?
No.
Did you have a spat with Zephyros, Char?
I wouldn't call it that. They
What
seemed to
was it?
be in agreement last time they were talking.
What was the agreement?
She looks at Andromeda and then looks very deliberately at Charfiend, like, if you're not going to tell her, I will.
Sharfiend is like sheepishly backing away.
Oh my God! What is happening? Oh, Graves.
Yeah, you gotta tell us now, sweetie.
Charfiend and Zaphros agreed that Zaphros should take you out of here before you were hurt, Andromeda.
Aliana wisely turns around.
On Char, and I give him like the death stare. Like, what did you think you were doing?
To be fair, I thought I was gonna die.
Well, you didn't, and so now are you going to update your plan?
Plan 2.0.
What the hell makes you think that you were qualified to just send me packing?
Well, he was really the one who would have done that because I can't do portals, so that was really gonna be his.
But you were just fine with it. You were just okay with it. You were like, no, she should just go.
Because I thought I was gonna die, and I thought we were all gonna die, and I didn't want you to die.
Well, you didn't die.
Yet.
Eye roll. I just like do like a big eye roll at that. You didn't die. None of us have died yet, as you say. How about we make a new plan?
I'm all ears and one arm. He does his best, like, dad joke.
I like, despite myself, I giggle at that.
In the background, there is the speech bubble of Shishina telling Treasure, now, if you were there and someone said that to you, what do you do, Treasure?
Wait, which thing do you want her to respond to?
If there was a man saying he was going to, like, get you out of here, what do you do, Treasure?
I claw out his eyeballs and pee in them.
That's a good girl!
That's my new favorite punishment, Mommy.
We'll find. We'll make that happen.
I mean, Char looks at you with that sort of sheepish, scared, sad look, and I mean, I get it. I know.
I kiss him on his stupid face.
Okay, yeah. His stupid face is pretty surprised, probably.
Yeah. I figured.
But then his stupid face is okay with it.
Okay, good.
And then he tries to put one stupid arm around you, and he doesn't have his second stupid arm.
That's fine. I'll put my arms around him. That works.
Enough arms. Yeah.
3 out of 4.
So when you do break apart, right, and
Yeah.
and probably too, right, this is one of the first times this has really been possible because he's not on fire at all anymore. He feels scaly, probably, but not super weirdly hot, not burny hot, not uncomfortably hot. When you break apart, he just sort of grins at you and he says, "So, does that mean you pick me over Zephyros?"
I would like us to live first. But yes.
Okay. Aliana was, you can see Aliana's hand like cocked back to smack you.
So he says, like, I'm very glad to hear it. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Sort of wanders behind your back, and then you can hear him go, "Yes!"
Yay.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Well, now that that's out of the way, I'm gonna die of embarrassment, but it's cool because I'm happy.
Well, no, you're not allowed to die. I just saved you. You can't die right now.
Sorry. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
So let's go kill a shadow dragon, guys. No big deal.
No big deal.
I thought we needed Zaphros.
I mean, if we want to do the portal plan, maybe.
Is there any other way to charge up your powers?
Um,
Do you want to spout lore on it?
I totally want to spout lore. Except I don't think I'm particularly good at intelligence. I'm not. There's no way this roll goes badly, you guys. Brendan is like, no, finally one of you will roll poorly.
Glee.
Is this
Oh,
technically
yes.
the
There you
first
go,
time?
friend.
Oh, wow.
It's like it's Christmas. Great.
You are welcome, friend.
Great.
Wow.
So factually, to answer his question, there might be ways out there to do that, possibly, but speedily and effectively and consistently, nah. The only
Yeah.
way is pooling your powers.
Without, like, killing myself. Yeah.
Exactly. You really have to find Zephyros to make this work. The issue is, though, as you are sort of contemplating this, though, and you're like, nah, I can't think of anything clear. I mean, if you use pieces of your ship, you can boost yours and Zephyros's powers, but you'll still need both of you to control it. So it'll still require him to really make this work. But that's when people streaming out of the city start to notice you, the people coming out in drips and drabs, and the people who've been running away. And one of them points at you and says, "Oh yeah, ain't that the Scourge? Them's the fuckers that did this to our city."
Do I look like a fucking shadow dragon? Do you want that fucking thing to come down here and eat your face? Because if it doesn't, I will. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, you look like a fucking savage.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking kill this motherfucker. I don't care that we have more important shit to do. My little girl wants to pee in his eye sockets, and today I'm gonna make it happen.
I'm not going to stop her this time.
Nope.
So you're just gonna charge over.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, he looks terrified, right? But other
Good.
people are stopping, and a mob is forming.
That's fine.
Of these refugees, these people who look battered and tired and scared, but who also now see an easy object of blame, without the Shadow Dragon dipping down upon them right now. So, I mean, as you're charging in, right, you're actually up against a whole group of people now who are backing him up, and they're like, yeah, he's right, they're the Scourge. That's the one who became the city guard leader and then doomed them all. They're all dead. I've seen their corpses everywhere. It's probably because she killed them. So what are you doing, Shashina?
I will stop and kind of draw myself up and tell them, yeah, this is definitely going to go well. Let's see. Do I have any other moves I could use instead of doing something that feels weird? No. I would like to perform a feat of strength.
What is your feat of strength?
I would like to grab Mr. Big Mouth by the scruff of the neck and hold him up like he was a kitten.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
Are
there rules for doing a feat of strength?
Well, see, this is a Dungeon World breakdown thing. So the move I'm doing is called My Love for You is Like a Truck. And so when I perform a feat of strength, name someone present who you have impressed and take +1 forward to parlay with them.
I see. Okay, cool. All right, so, I mean, to perform this feat of strength is defying danger. I am thinking about the danger. I'm not sure it's a danger of strength. Because I don't think the question is, can you lift him? It is still a feat of strength. I think that still qualifies. But I don't think the danger is like, you'll hurt yourself trying to lift him. That's not it.
That would be lame.
It's can you do it in a suitably scary and quick fashion that this mob doesn't just start attacking you.
Okay.
So I think it's about charisma.
Shit. All right. Let's try it.
Is that fair?
Yes. Come on, dice. Just this once, please. No. That's a complete no. That is a 2.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, I thought you had a good charisma.
Okay, it's a 3.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay.
I have rolled like ass tonight.
So you lift him up, and
Sorry, guys.
No worries.
I was going
Like-
to give an inspiring speech.
they look terrified. And there's a split second where you take that deep breath and you're about to start your speech, and then one of them shouts, "Get her!"
Fuck!
And then they all swarm on you, and you're unprepared for the horde of refugees, and they bear you to the ground, pin you down, and you're struggling, your bodies are flinging into the air, but there are enough of them that they can hold you down. They take your weapons, and one of them is lifting up his sword and holding it to you and being like, "You deserve to be executed!"
I tried to save you fuckers! What the fuck kind of appreciation is this? Fuck you! Fuck your mother!
Fuck you. Fuck your mother.
Sorry, upstairs neighbors, for the yelling.
Right, so they totally have Shashina pinned to the ground. They totally took her weapons, and they totally are pointing one of them at her.
Killable offense, yo.
Not cool. No, not cool. That dude is gonna suddenly lose a lot of weight really fast. I'm just saying.
So what exactly, how does the move work?
Please hold.
Is it gravity pulse?
It is. I have too many windows open. Gravity pulse. When I warp gravity around someone or something, choose a target, roll plus whiz. I can choose 7+, choose 1. It's greatly increased or greatly decreased. 7 and 9, I cause a weird gravitational side effect.
Okay, go for it.
Its gravity will be changed as long as I concentrate. When the concentration fails me, the target gains the opposite effect for a moment or 2. So this dude suddenly is going to be flying off of this particular planet that we find ourselves on. Maybe
Go for it.
a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Nice.
A little
okay.
bit. But then there's also a weird side effect.
But you are making his gravity be reduced.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the person who's got the sword on Shashina, I should
Right.
have said. Yeah.
So he pulls the sword up to stab her, and inadvertently the momentum of his stab sends him floating up into the air, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Make his face float off!
I can't do that.
You need to work on your aim.
Sorry.
So there's a weird gravitational side effect, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think it means that all amidst this crowd, people start to either get smashed to the ground or they start to float up into the air. And they're screaming and shocked and terrified now as the gravity in different places starts to increase or decrease.
That's fine with me. I care about Shashina. I'm going to go over to Shashina and make sure she's okay.
Shashina, you weigh a lot more than you do.
Sorry.
You're a little turtled.
I just kind of try to elbow crawl myself away from the crowd while shouting over my shoulder, "You see what happens? You should appreciate your fucking city guard. We work really hard for low wages, you bitches."
So over by Graves and Smiles and Aliana, because you've been sort of holding off for the moment, it seems.
Yep.
Somebody speaks from behind you and says, "Well, I knew you would show up out here eventually. Didn't quite expect you to make such a mess so quickly, but I mean, I guess it makes it easy to find you. And it's Danvers.
Danvers.
Fucking
Wearing
Danvers.
his fine clothes have been torn up, but he still has his little badge that says he's mayor of the city.
Mr. Mayor.
You know, making people float away is probably a capital punishment kind of crime.
How do you figure? They're still alive?
Look around us.
You say they're still alive. The dragon swoops by, plucks one of them out of the air, and eats him.
Except for that one.
Yeah.
Look, you want us to leave? We'll leave.
Do you want to leave?
Right now, I kind of
were-
want to leave. If I could stand up, I'd be gone.
You mean you're going to tell me that you ruined this city, you brought this upon us, and then you're just going to leave us?
I'm pretty sure I'm not a cultist that calls up demon dragons.
No, you
shadow
are
beings.
part of this little terrifying group that has caused so many problems, such as ripping open portals, or maybe, I don't know, screwing up some sort of weird prophecy with a giant glowing pillar in the middle of the city, and explosions, and a weird god
I already
thing.
died for that, thank you. I think I've atoned for my sins enough. Thank you very much.
Well, clearly not, because your sins are still floating around the city, ruining it for everybody else.
I didn't do that one.
I dropped my concentration.
All those people who are floating up into the air. Ah! Smash.
Look, we were gonna try to deal with the shadow dragon, but apparently you'd rather send a lynch mob after us. So you can't have it both ways.
I didn't
You can
send a
either
lynch
have us
mob.
help us, or you can threaten us with, capital punishment.
You earned that lynch mob all on your own.
Yeah, we did that one all by ourselves.
You did! You stepped outside the city, and they tried to mob you because of everything you've done.
Legally speaking, a lynch mob cannot execute a capital punishment.
Legally speaking, I'm in charge of the city, and the laws do what I say they do.
So.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, what do you say the laws do then?
I say that I can deputize you and make you solely responsible for solving this crisis.
I'm standing back up at
you
this
already
point.
made her the head of the city guard,
Well,
and I'm pretty sure that's already counts as deputizing her. And
I'm saying I will name you as special agents of the mayor's office.
does that come with a paycheck?
No, it comes with this. He pulls out a little vial.
What is that?
You want to prove to the people of this city that you actually want to redeem yourselves, serve this city, save them, that you care. You want me to be able to commute any criminal sentences coming at you? Take this, and it'll go a long way towards proving the point. It's a poison. It'll give you a little bit of time to take care of the problem, and then, as soon as you do, I can give you the antidote.
Why would we do that?
You don't have to. You're clearly powerful enough to kill every last one of us. If that's what you want to be, fucking murderers.
I mean, we're gonna go deal with this dragon. Why do we need your poison?
Because then you're not going to be able to come back to this city.
How powerful is the poison?
Valiana grabs the vial out of his hand and chugs it.
She's like, I'm already dead anyway, bitches!
Pretty much.
He says, well, you were supposed to share. God damn it! And he pulls out another vial.
You keep doing
Cost
this.
a lot. You're not supposed to drink the whole. God damn it!
Well, maybe you should be a little more specific in your frickin' instructions.
Okay, this time each of you drinks a portion of the fluid, and then I, as mayor, will commute your sentences.
Is that absolutely necessary?
I don't like this.
Look, I've already taken the poison. I don't think they're gonna let me die from it, so can we just call it a day and get this over with?
I'm still confused. What is the point of the poison?
It's insurance.
It's his leverage over us.
Basically, he holds the antidote, so he thinks that as long as he holds the antidote, we'll do whatever he says to so we can get the antidote.
But why would you need leverage?
Because he's an asshole and he thinks that way.
I'm the asshole. I'm the asshole. You're the ones
We
whose
could take the poison, or
response-
we could just kill you.
You could. Feel free. I really like my life. I'd really love not to die. That would be awesome. But at this point, you fucked up my city. You fucked up my life. And the fact of the matter is, if you wanted to kill me, I couldn't stop you, and you know that. This isn't about we can just kill you. If you want to be the kind of people who just kill me, go ahead. Prove that you're fucking just as bad as that fucking dragon. That all you are is storms that just smash buildings behind you. Or you can fucking make things better. You can prove to these people you're willing to put your own lives on the line for the city.
Haven't we done that already? Why do we need to take this stupid poison?
Before you
It's no
guys
sense at
started
all.
attacking us.
Yes.
He goes and he walks in front of the mob, and he says, "Lo, good citizens of the city! I have proposed to these knaves that they drink of this poison, such that they will be indebted to me in the city, and they will need the antidote, and in exchange, they will cure the city of the darkness that plagues it. And thus we will forgive them for all they have done. What say ye?" And the mob is like, yeah, all right.
So I would like to walk in a very aggressive manner up to Danvers.
Mhm.
Not that I know another way to walk. And I grab the poison out of his hand, take a deep drink, and then I would like to punch him in the face.
Yeah, that's legit.
Then I will hold it out for the rest of them. I mean, I feel like two of us drinking it is enough, but
Oh, that was my nose.
yeah, you're fucking lucky it was just your nose.
I only have one of those.
Well,
Would you
maybe
like
should have thought of that
0?
before you- Yeah, somebody's little girl is still looking for eyeballs to piss in.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
He says,
So if you're finished grandstanding, can we get back to the part where we're coming up with a plan to kill the dragon, or are you gonna yell at us some more?
And give us more than poison.
"You have the full resources of the city at your disposal as
I need a
my
catapult.
mayoral agents.
I need a big ass catapult, maybe more than one.
I think we have one of those, maybe, stored on the wall. You'll notice
This is
we
a
had
shoddy ass city.
We had difficulties
Shoddy
with
activity.
armies, okay? I had to allocate funds to reconstruction, and there was a lot of poverty to deal with.
I don't care.
We're gonna go do our thing now. You be quiet.
You should punch him. It feels good.
I'm gonna punch him.
And he lets out another little cry.
Oh,
Like,
that hurt.
You're gonna have to add
Ouch.
another sentence to this. Ow!
I raise my fist. Really?
Okay, fine, maybe not.
Where's the fucking catapult?
Okay, so I actually think what we can do, if everybody's comfortable with this, effectively we can leave it there, right? And we can come in next session. You can either talk amongst yourself about your plan in between sessions, but also I just have in mind what I'll essentially let you do is I'll give you an opening move at the start of next session where you can just spend resources to say, yeah, we have a thing because we have the resources of the city at our disposal. We have the catapults. We know where that is. We have some other random thing we might want or need. So over the course of the session, you can just deploy that stuff. So we can handle the whole planning scene and dive right into the action. Is that cool with everybody? All right, cool. So like the final shot is Danvers with his hand over his face, blood dripping between his fingers. As he unrolls a map so you can look at the city's fortifications that he starts pointing out. The people of the city sort of looming around you and looking over your shoulders. Charfine's hand trying to entwine his fingers with Andromeda's. Smiles' hand entwined with Graves's. Aliana's its hand entwined with her instrument.
Yeah, that's it.
And Shashina with treasure. And then the last panel of the comic is the shadow dragon soaring overhead, blotting out the sun. All right. Do you want to do the end of session questions? Because they're always fun, even though it's our second to last session.
Oh, sure, why not?
Let's hit them. Choose one of your bonds. Hey, those bonds, they're really still relevant, right? Graves, do you want to resolve a bond?
Come on, you and Smiles, you're together now. That's totally a bond.
If you had a bond with Smiles.
Yeah, I wish I had a bond with Smiles.
You have a bond with Smiles now.
The last two sessions.
I know.
We're gonna
Buddy,
waive the rules.
forever.
Yeah, forever and ever.
I buy that. That would be resolving a bond. Like, you could take a new bond with Smiles that says we're gonna be together forever and ever.
I do want to take a forever and ever bond with Smiles.
And get an experience point. What about you, Andromeda?
The only bond I have is that I love Charfiend, and I don't feel like that's resolved. I love him.
Could it be resolved to love instead of this strange concept of love?
Okay, sure. Yeah.
My read on love was Andromeda not quite being willing to say the real deal.
All right, fair.
Aliana, what about you?
I don't know. Can I have a bond with my guitar?
I'm so sorry. You have bonds with your buddies.
Yeah, I don't think I resolved any of them this time, though. So.
What about you, Shashina?
Actually, I'm going to resolve my bond with Aliana. Not only can we party, but I suspect she may be a true friend. I'm going to go with she is a true friend.
Aww.
My suspicion is done.
Aww. The feels.
Yeah, well, you served you right for what you did this session.
Me? What'd I do?
No, I'm a him.
Oh, him. Okay.
All right, look at alignment. If you fulfilled your alignment at least once the session, mark XP. Shashina, how'd that go?
Yeah, so I have that weird alignment now. I did make a sacrifice for someone else. I sacrificed my own safety for treasure.
Aw. You absolutely did. You also have your other one, which is the special
What is best in life?
Yes.
Did I crush my enemies? Not exactly. I actually ran away from them. I crushed his nose, yes.
Legit.
It's 3-part, though. Did I see my enemies driven before me? Not so much.
Not so much.
So no. And I did not hear the lamentations of their kinfolk.
I mean, people were screaming as they flew into the air, but I feel like that's not
That
quite in the
wasn't-
spirit.
That wasn't for me. That was all Andromeda, so.
Yep. All right, Aliana, what about you? Your alignment.
I performed my art to aid someone else. Yay. Go me.
Huzzah. What about you, Andromeda?
Set up and trigger a crazy chain of events. I don't actually think I did that this time.
You opened the door that led to the Basileus cutscene.
All right, fair. I mean,
totally
like,
did that
okay, define crazy chain of events.
Your little
Meeting-
star turned into an old man god.
Yeah.
Little Star turned into an old man god, which led Smiles to pitch a hissy fit, which led to Smiles having a breakdown and admit that she loved Graves, which led to Graves having a girlfriend. I call that a crazy chain of events.
Okay,
Yeah, let's be fair. Graves having a girlfriend is the craziest
It is the craziest chain of events.
of all the events.
Mm-hmm.
And what about you, Graves?
Mine is to defend those weaker than you, and I'm going to say yes, because I defended both Shashina and the very weakened state of Basileus.
You did.
I take offense at that.
Totally
I
buy
know.
it. She did, though. She did.
Whatever.
You were squished on the ground. Okay.
All right. And then we answer these 3 questions as a group. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
That Basilides is no longer going to be a part of it?
Dirkall, is that a yes?
Yes.
Well, I think it's worse than that. I mean, it's not that he's no longer going to be a part of it. I think it's that he's just kind of giving up and fading away, and that is super sad.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't know gods could do that.
Yeah.
That's a yes. So that's an XP for everybody. Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
We punched Danvers in the nose. Does that count?
I don't think he counts as notable. We didn't really overcome him so much as capitulate to his demands.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
The one other option I can think of, if you wanted to interpret it this way, is you did sort of overcome Smiles. Doesn't mean you beat the crap out of her. It means you overcame her.
This is true.
That could have gone a lot worse.
Wow. Wow.
It's your call. If you don't think so, then that's a no.
I will always say yes to Smiles, so someone else should answer that question.
Well, who can say no to Smiles? I mean,
Okay, so
I
it's
can.
apparently yes.
except for Shashina.
I'm just saying.
And did we loot a memorable treasure?
We have access to whatever the city will let us have, so I'm going to say yes.
That counts. You have a catapult.
Or whatever else we decide we want. Or need.
All right. So that's a yes. Everybody would mark experience for all that it matters now. All right. Thank you, everybody. That was a honkin' good time, as they say in my head. Thank you, anybody who watched this episode. As I said at the beginning, this was the penultimate episode of Chain World, which means we are only going to play one more time, and you should really go back and watch the other episodes if you haven't already. This is episode 26. There are 25 more episodes of wonderful goodness that also help to elucidate more of the drama that occurred in this session. If you would like to watch those episodes, you can find the playlist within the description. And also, you should subscribe to Indie Plus by clicking the button down there, because we do lots of other cool stuff and have other cool shows that are coming up. We have an Urban Shadows show coming up. We do panels. Dr. Tom is back on Indie Plus, and we have lots of other videos, so you should go check that out. And finally, we have a thriving Google Plus community that you should absolutely go and check out, the Indie Plus Google Plus community, which Misha heads, and which has lots of good conversations and cool stuff going on, and you should go check that out as well. And so with that said, as always, thank you, Andrea, thank you, Jen, thank you, Misha, thank you, Sarah. It was a wonderful and rollicking good time, and have a good night.